Huh. Okay. James McDonald, Hercules Investments CEO and CIO. Want to get to you now. There are a number of tech stocks you have your eye on, including Facebook, Netflix, Amazon, and some, we could call them challengers coming up in some of these categories. Roku, Shopify, which is a stock that I love to watch. What do you see happening here? Is this bearishness going to affect everybody equally, or some more than others?
It's important to understand where we are. Obviously, we got to this point. We're even talking about a market going down based on COVID. And if you look what's happening, gold is at an 8-year high, new high today. We've seen only 2.3 million cases in the U.S. That's 7% of the population. And Dr. Fauci suggests that over 40% of people who have it might not show symptoms and might not transmit. This market is going to come down. COVID is going to stay around. We're not going to see any vaccine until late 2020, early 2021. And so valuations are going to come down on the former winners. And the FAANGs were great. If you own a FAANG, if you own any of those companies, you're happy. If someone hires me today, I've got to make money from them going forward, not what happened in the past. And so we've got new FAANGs. There's a new Amazon in Africa. It's called Jumia. There's a new Amazon in Latin America called Mercado Libre. These companies are at the cusp of where Amazon was 7-8 years ago. And we have this double effect where the COVID situation has halted economies, and we can get these companies at great discounts. Obviously, when you're talking about Africa and Latin America, you're talking about populations that are a little bit behind us in terms of their adoption of technologies. Great buys there in terms of the new Amazon. In terms of what's coming in the future for here in the U.S., we love American Tower. Everything that's transmitted by data is going to come into 5G. 5G is going to be the monster in the tech space, and we love American Tower because they've got a $28 billion guaranteed contract inflow from companies like AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile. That's a great one. We talk about Google being a monster. Google had its first decline in growth in ad sales for the first time in 10 years. We like the next Google is Trade Desk. It's a digital ad monster. It's got the best artificial intelligence out there. We're looking at a 37% CAGR for advertising revenue over the next 5 years. That's got 5x growth to $2 trillion. We think Trade Desk is going to own that. That's our next Google. Shopify is a great company, as you mentioned. All of these unemployment numbers, these are real people. These people are going to have to go find new income, and small business has always been the engine of America. So we like Square as a point of sale monster for those people. We like Shopify as a set up your business. And then also, you know, in my old days, it's funny to talk about technology. I used to watch television when there was no streaming, right? And you saw commercials. We've gotten so spoiled with streaming, but incomes are coming down. And so this streaming concept is going to stay, but we like Roku for going back to free TV, right? If you can stream content and get it free, Roku, we like Roku to pick up revenue there. And then in China, we like Momo. You know, we all need love. And frankly, Tinder and Match.com drove IAC's stock price here in America, and we think Momo is going to be the next Tinder, the next Match.com for China. And so if someone hires me today, I can't really put them in the FAANGs. We're at all-time highs on those companies. They're great businesses, so we have to look ahead to what the next FAANGs are, and that's our list.
It's a nice assortment of choices and candidates right there for names to watch.
James, finally, how do you protect yourself against that potential downside?
We love the situation because finally markets are making sense. You know, we've seen this market rally off the bottom. IMF has just downgraded global GDP by 40%. It's 4.9% contraction. We haven't seen anything like that in any crisis before. And so it makes sense the market comes down. We're doing short and long dated put options on the NASDAQ 100 and the Russell 2000. We are identifying those sectors are going to have weakness. And so with about 5 or 10% allocation in a growth portfolio to put options, we offset any losses on our upside. We love this situation. Finally, markets are making sense, and we're excited for our put options.